Hey everybody, welcome to the Warhammer Age of Sigmar Solo Battle Reports. This is my rundown of the solo supplements the Games Workshop has put out for Warhammer Age of Sigmar. You guys got to see a two-parter for the Glimsforge Catacombs, and now we're going to jump into the quest to slay the Troggoth King. It's a classic three-part narrative where a band of hardy adventurers, in this case though, terrible marauding chaos warriors, are going to go on a quest to slay a terrible beast. For whatever reason, I don't know, maybe Burial the Blade is having dreams that say that he has to go do it for some nefarious reason. Maybe Tzeentch is telling them in some scheme of fate that this Troggoth King will cause disruption to the Chaos God's plans. So I don't know why, but all you need to play this is you need a couple of units of Trogs. So you need at least 2 units of either Dankold Troggoth, a Fellwater, or a Rockgut Troggoth, and you need a Trog boss to be the penultimate or the ultimate sort of villain. Penultimate would be the second to last, not ultimate. People misuse penultimate all the time, and I just did it. Now it's making me mad that I said that out loud. So I'm going to jump through and we'll show you how you build a force for this mission, and we're going to do the first of the battle plans, which is called, I've already forgotten, the Battle at Strangleweed Swamp, the Treasure of Strangleweed Swamp. So we're going to go hunt a treasure and try and beat some Trogs on the way there. So I'll show you the table, we'll show you the force composition, and we'll get this underway. So here we have everything set up to play the quest to slay the Troggoth King. So like I said, we need a flat surface, roughly 30 by 22, but at least 20 by 20. I didn't feel like the Warcry board was actually big enough for these scenarios. So I'm actually playing on 3 by 3 mats here. This is a swamp mat, because I'm going to theme all the games, obviously, from Table War, and because of the way the deployment restrictions work, you don't have to worry about the size of the mat. It's just, these feel more like armies fighting, and so I wanted it to be more on an army fighting size table. Then you need 2 units of the following, 3 if you want to play on hard mode, so Rockgut Troggoths, Fellwater Troggoths, or Dankold. So I got 2 units here. We got some Dankolds and some Fellwaters. You need a Trog boss, which I'm currently painting up for the 3rd mission, and then we need war scrolls for all of the models, dice, tape measures, and anything else you usually bring to a game. And then we have to build our hunting party. So pick a hero that has a wound characteristic of 9 or less and is not named. So I'm going to use Burial the Blade here, my Chaos Lord on Krakadrak, and he's your general for each battle. Then pick 2 units from the following. So you can have a Horde unit, a unit of up to 20 models with a wound of 1 or less, and a save characteristic of 6 or dash. A regular unit, so you have up to 10 models with 1 or 2 wounds. An elite unit of up to 5 models, each with a wound characteristic of 3. And a guard unit, a unit up to 3 models with a wound characteristic of 4 or 5. So I considered like my ogres would be kind of cool for this, but I didn't have enough whatchamacallits, like I'd actually have to use saber tusks because I could have two I guess I could duplicate. I could have 2 guard units in my hero, but then I'd only have like, I don't know, like I guess I could take, no, guard units would be Ironguts. I'd only have like 3 Ironguts, or no, 4. Oh, you couldn't even take 4 Ironguts. You'd have to take an understrength unit, and then my boss. So I thought the Chaos Army would be a little more fun to play with. The Sylvaneth also, I'd be using either like garbage dryads or maybe revenants, or I don't know. The other armies didn't fit quite as well. The only other one I considered was using my what's it called? My Sea Elves, my Idith Deepkin. The Stormcast didn't seem interesting enough. The Idith seemed maybe too good. The Sylvaneth seemed okay, and the tiny units for the ogres seemed not quite right. So somewhere in the middle, these guys landed, and they just seemed like the appropriate choice. So I've chosen my character, which is, as I said, Burial the Blade. I have a regular unit, so a unit of 10 models with 1 or 2 wounds, and a elite unit, so a unit of 5 models or less with 3 or less wounds, which is my Chaos Knights. So a nice rounded force, and basically the start collecting box. And then, yeah, these Troggoth stuff. For campaign, we have to play the 3 missions in order. And then after both the 1st and 2nd missions, we have to first roll for casualties. So there's actually an injury table. For every unit in your hunting party that's not a general and has been had 1 or more models slain during the battle, you roll a number of dice equal to their casualties. And for every 1, they're just dead. And if a unit ever goes to 0 models, it's just wiped out. It's no longer used in the next mission. So if you roll a 1 after you're taking an action during a game, you just die. And then you have to roll an event table. So there can be rock slides, rain, get lost, nothing. See the enemy, get a command point, or a Guerrilla Wellspring where you get to roll again for every unit that's had casualties, and on a 3+ they come back. So you get people back. And then much like in the previous missions where we played for the Grimforge Catacombs, there's Troggoth Intellects. So there's an action phase during their player turn. The turn order is done by rolling a die. On a 4+, the Chaos player gets to go first, and on 1 to 3, the Trogs go first. And then it depends on where they are, what their behavior is. So if they're in combat within 3, Dumbstruck, they do nothing. 2, Spooked, they fall back. 3, 4, 5 is Hold, so they'll shoot and then fight. And then 6 is Rampage, they get a free round of shooting. And then close between 3 and 12. 1, again, they just stand around being dumb trogs. 2, 3 is Hold, they don't move, but they shoot. And then 4, 5, 6 is Charge, they move, then charge towards the nearest thing. And then far away, so more than 12, Dumbstruck, Stand Still, and then 4+ is Advance. The other relevant bits of info is in the combat phase, you have to determine what unit is closest to the Trogs, and that's the unit they'll all try and attack. And then each model in the Troggoth unit then piles towards that unit and fights with its melee weapons that are in range. When you allocate wounds to a unit in the Troggoth army, pick the model of the unit and allocate wounds to it, with any restrictions that normally apply. At the end of the turn, if a Troggoth unit is split into 2 or more groups, no models are removed from the unit. Instead, next time that model makes any kind of move, they have to move back into a single unit. And then finally, no battle shock tests for Trogs. They're in their home turf and not scared. And that takes us on to the Treasure of Strangleweed Swamp. Here it is all set up, so we get some Azurite ruins. Now, conveniently, there's like these little ruin footprints on this swamp map, which I love. And also some treasure chests that come in that box. So that's the one objective on the table, and whoever holds this at the end of turn 6, or the battle round 6, will be the winner. And I put down some appropriately sort of swampy looking, they're not, what are they called now? Just Wildwoods? Or are they just Citadel Woods? I think they're just Citadel Woods now. Old Citadel Woods, to give us that overgrown sort of like look. Now, there are some special rules for the tables. And to give you the story behind this, to reach the lair of the Troggoth King, you must first travel through Strangleweed Swamp. It's a foul place filled with dark shadows and a terrible stench. In the distance, you catch a glimpse of reflected light. A half-submerged treasure lies amongst the waters. As you approach the treasure, you hear a roar behind you. The Troggoths have found your hunting party, and now the hunters have become the hunted. So, using your hunting party as the army, the Troggoth army is 2 of the following units. A Fellwater Troggoth unit, a Rock Troggoth unit, or a Denkold Troggoth, so we're going to use these 2. And hard mode, you can add an additional unit from that list. Our battlefield, in this case, at least 20 by 20. It's going to be 36 by 36. And you can set up 1 or 2 small terrain features in the battlefield. Recommend trees or ruins to represent the swamp. So, hey, look, convenient. And then we set up 1 objective in the center of the table. We got our treasure chests to represent half-submerged treasure. A long battlefield edge to be that for our army, and then set up the entire army within 3 inches of that battlefield edge. I'm going to use this side over here. Then pick a unit from the Troggoth army and set up the first model of that unit exactly 15 from 1 or more units in your army, and more than 15 from all other units in your army. And set up all the other models within 1 inch of that, and continue back and forth until the whole Troggoth army is set up. It's murky swampland. Each time a unit from your army finishes a normal move or a charge, not on a terrain feature, so not on these like rocky outcroppings basically. And I'll say also the footprints of the ruins. We'll say that those are also relatively safe. I roll a die on a 1, the unit takes D3 mortal wounds. It's going to be 6 battle rounds, and if we hold the objective, it's a major victory at the end of the game. Otherwise, it's a major victory for the Trogs. As a campaign reward, if you win a major victory, you can pick an artifact of power from your allegiance table, or from your allegiance abilities, and roll on that table, and give the artifact of power rolled to your general. In hard mode, we can pick instead. Let's get set up. So we have to be wholly within 3 of the middle, and that means you got to go sideways because your base is huge. You're going to party with your Night Bros, because why not? And then this big fat unit, I think, is going to go on the other side, so they can hopefully just skip over the woods here and get themselves safely without taking any mortal wounds. Do not get your allegiance abilities, but you do have to pick an allegiance. That's primarily so that you get your artifact later on. I don't actually get any super traits, so no 6+ wound shark for anybody, and no crazy command abilities for the Trogs either. And so with the last couple knights put down, that's going to be the Forces of Burial the Blade put down, and ready to try and seize some sweet, sweet chaos treasure. And then the Trogs go down. Really, that means basically at the center line, because there's an 18-inch gap between the 2 armies. And so we'll put the Fellwaters over here, and then the Rock Guts can go over here. And it's troll o'clock. We gotta get these trolls away from this treasure. First battle round, we got to roll for some priority, and let's see what we get. So on a 4+, Burial and friends get to go first. On a 1 to 3, the trolls, the Trogs, are going first. 4+. All right, well, hero phase, we're going to get a command point for old Burial, and then everyone's going to start moving. Great is with the AOS app, I can just form my battle and have all of these in one place, and I can just swipe through them. So we're going to start off with my lord. He moves 9 inches. The knights move 10 inches. And the Chaos Warriors move 5, I believe. Yep. We're going to go wide. We're going to hope that we don't have to... So that's 8, and then 2 more is about there. We're going to hope that we don't have to fight these trolls too soon. Because we could probably charge, but it'd be a hard 8. So we're just going to get ourselves flanking a little bit. See if we can split them in 2 groups. We're going to sell the lives of the Chaos Warriors to do that. So we're going to walk 9 with the Lord, and he's going to hang with his party posse and his command point. And then you guys, although you are the biggest number of bodies, you also get to reroll your saves right now until one of you dies. So you're going to walk into the woods. And the nice thing is, because you're in the woods, they can't shoot you, because this is a citadel, or what is it, whatever the term is for it. If you have to shoot through more than an inch of it, you can't see through the other side. So that means you're not going to get boulders thrown at you this turn. So go hide in the woods. Be safe. And we'll see what happens. Movement's done. Now we're chaos, so we don't bring guns, which means no shooting. And I don't have the Hellfire Sword, because obviously I can't take any artifacts. And we're too far away to charge. So that's my turn 1. It goes to turn 1 for the Rockguts. So let's roll and see first what they do. So remember 1, because they're all far right now, they should all be over 12. Actually, you're going to be close. You're close. I think they're all close. Yeah, I was dumb. They're all close. So rolling D6 to see what they do. So we'll start with the Fellwaters on a 1. In close, they're dumbstruck. They're going to hold on a 2-3. On a 4+, they're going to charge. They're going to hold. So they're going to stand still. So first they regenerate as if it was the hero phase. They don't have to, because obviously they're sitting still. Then they're going to not move and then shoot. So they can't shoot, so they just sit there. Then it's going to be the Rockguts. On a 4+, they will also do something cool. Nope, they'll hold as well. They're not falling for my plan, guys. Within 12, but I think they can see me. Let me add the War Scroll for the woods and see what happens. See if I can see if I think maybe when you're in it they can see you. It's if you're side to side of it they can't. Come on, they're line of sight, and no one else is within 12. So if it's more than 1 inch of Citadel Wood, so if I come within an inch of the edge, then they can see me. But I loitered wisely. All right, well, combat phase, nothing happens. No battle shock, so it's battle round 2. We're gonna have to make a choice now. So 1 to 3, the Trogs get to go. 4, 5, 6, it's chaos. No, 1 to 3, it's the Trogs. All right, so rolling again. Once again, we are close, so rolling for the Fellwaters. 3, they're going to hold, and for the Rockguts. Why are these Trogs so smart? Oh, my plan's splitting up. This is terrible. Ugh. All right, so neither shoot, because he can't see through this. And we're just going to have to go in now, I guess. So my hero phase, get another command point. We're going to throw down the Knights of Chaos, spending a command point, and that means that this unit of Chaos Knights can reroll their charges and add 1 to their hit rolls. So you cannot benefit this command ability more than once per turn. So sweet, they're gonna be better at fighting. Oh, hero phase. Let's go get them, fellas. So we gotta stay outside of 3. So we got lots of movement to do this. Oh shoot! On a 1, they take D3 mortal wounds. These guys, they did. Oh crap! It took 2. Luckily, I have my Chaos Rune Shields on them. So on a 5+, I shrug them. I shrugged 1. All right. So somebody's got a wound on him, meaning he has 2 left. We'll take this guy over here. That's the champion. We'll take you. Take any wounds? He did not. They are on a train feature, so they were okay. So now movement phase, and again I have to stay outside of 3. I got lots of movement to get to 3 inches though. So we're going to run over here. I am sitting in the goo, as they say, though, so I'm going to have to make a die on a... Oops, that's a wound die. Stop picking up the wrong dice there, Ash. On a 1, something scary's under the water? Nope. And then Lord on Karkadrak. You're pretty far away, but you're also pretty kill. No, we're going to keep you in reserve, man. We don't want you to die. You can go 9, so you're going to stand over here next to your friends. We can activate reroll once because they'll hold you within 12, and he's the general. But you might take wounds again. Do ya? Oh, and then how many? You take 2. Oh, no. So you're down from 9 to 7, but you might shrug some because you got your cool shield as well. Shrugs. Nope, he just takes 2 wounds. Ugh. Well, luckily his sword can get him some back, hopefully. And then, do we just wait with you as like a mobile reserve? I think we do. We're just going to see if these guys can deal with this unit, because I'm better off holding them for later to try and last-ditch take the objective. Phase, hey, look, that's done, because, you know, chaos. And I'm going to change color of dice, because I'm going to keep picking up my little red wound dice otherwise. So let's charge. Knights of Chaos. Oh, sorry, start of the... No, wait, charge phase is different. So charge phase, Knights of Chaos going to go in. I get 4. I can reroll it, though, because I'm powered by Chaos right now. I get 7, which is much better. And that means everybody can go around. And we're just going to try and surround them on this flank. Now we will have to test to see if we take mortal wounds again. And let's just go sideways to make sure everybody's within 12. Come on, fellas. Actually, we'll just put you long. Like so. And then tuck you in there. With an inch. Stupid pokey lances. Keep it within 12. And that was your wound. Let's see if they take more mortal wounds. There's something scary. Oh my god, there's something really bad under the water. So 1 wound. And they did not... well, I have to make my shield save, 5+. No. So down to 1 wound left on this guy, because there's just terrifying baby trogs or something under the water that are nipping our ankles. Might as well try and charge him if I get a really good charge, but I gotta go around this and still make it far enough I don't accidentally draw them in. Do I do it? Come on! Get him! 6? That's not gonna make it. No, there's no way. So let's start the command phase. Use my command points to make these guys reroll 1s. Oh, sweet, let's go get them. So we're on the charge, meaning I have an amazing rend. Now I'm -1 to hit, but I'm +1 to hit for my command ability. So the slippery skin on the trolls is offset by the command ability, making it a 4+ rerolling 1s. These are also damage 2 and rend -2 on the charge, so it's pretty sweet. So Cursed Lance hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s with 3 attacks each. 3 for the Doom Knight. So that's going to be 10, 11 attacks hitting on 4s. Hit on 4s! All attack just didn't matter apparently. And only the 3s missed. And then it's going to be on 3s to wound. Come on, 3s. So 1, 2, 3, 4 wounds, 3 fail. And that's -2 rend, so I don't think they get a save. 5 goes to 0, so that's 8 wounds. And that should kill 2 of them. So blam and blam got mudded. That's all the fighting for me. So combat phase, they get to fight back now. And of course, they have a gajillion... Well, not a gajillion, but they have 4 attacks at 3s and 3s -1, 2 damage. So first one, or only one, 2 hits, and then it wounds on 3s, 2 wounds. All right, so 4 up saves go to 5 up for these guys. Pass 1, fail 1, but that's 2 damage. Dead, and this guy's got 2 wounds left. And that will be a battle shock test, because of course we're not immune to battle shock. 4 plus their courage, I believe 6 or 7, they're fine. +1 is 5, and I think their courage 6 or 7. And no battle shock for the trolls because they're on home turf. So that was round 2. Round 3. Let's see who's going first. Oh, that's a roll. I did roll 1 for them again, yeah, because they made their charge. Did I? That didn't matter. So rolling for battle round. On a 1 to 3, it's the trolls. On a 4, 5, 6, it's me. Trolls again. All right, so this Fellwater is hanging out. What does he do? 6, he rampages, immediately fights again. Those were his friends. You killed his friends. 3s, 2 hits, and then 3s, 1 wound. 5 save for the Knights. He clubs another one. Blah. And the Rock Guts, what are they gonna do? 2, they're just gonna hold. But that does mean they shoot their, they throw their rocks to the close unit within 12, because now they can see the Knight. Would have regenerated as well, and so would they, but there's no floating wounds on them, so the regeneration doesn't bring models back, it won't do anything. So throwing boulders, pick an enemy unit, and roll a die, equal or less than the number of models in this unit, takes D3 mortal wounds. So on a 1 to 3, that unit's gonna take D3 mortal wounds. Nope, they're okay. The rocks miss. Phase, this guy fights again. He's rampaging, 3s to hit. Rampaging like his name's Sterling Archer. Oh no, it is not hitting. And then 3s to wound. No, it doesn't wound. He's tired now. Totally forgot to do my horsey hooves before. I had 10 horsey hooves. They were on 5s though. 4s actually. There's 4s and 4s. Rerolling 1s, not that it mattered. So, did I do any additional wounds there? I did 3 and then 5s to save. No saves, and then did he regenerate at the start of the turn? He did not, so never mind. So he only has 1 wound left, because I actually did some stuff with my horsies. I'll just do the horses again now. Not rerolling 1s, and hitting on 5s. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Never forget the ponies, Ash. The ponies do all the murdering. 1 save, 5+. Does he stick the landing? He does! Down to 7 attacks with the lances on 4, 5s now, because no +1 hit, and no rerolls. 1, 2, 3, 3s to wound. 2 wounds, 2 more 5+ saves, because no rend. Come on, Troggy. Are you okay? No, Troggy's dead. Well, bottom or top of 3. So, big boss man, what are you gonna do? We don't. I hate stun trolls. Are so terrifying. We don't want to fight. We're gonna get a command point at least. And this is bottom of 3. We could double round them. Did we just send the Knights in? I think we just send the Knights in. We're just gonna start moving. You know what? We'll spend this right now. We'll Knights of Chaos on these guys again. Lucky, we'll just pin them down. And then these guys are going to move. Stay outside of 3. Going going around and around and around. And then Bossman's going to move 2, and he's going to go sit on the button. Going 9. And maybe we charge later. Did he take a wound? Yes, because they hadn't moved yet, because they didn't get to go first this round. And they're now on, they're all on the terrain feature. These guys get to run. They're going to go 7, which isn't very far. But they'll run over to here. They are going to end some of them not on the terrain feature, though. I just want to get bodies over next to the objective by the end of turn 6. And so we'll just roll for them now. I just wanted you guys to be closest to the dank holds. Do they? No, they don't take any damage. Shooting, once again, done. Let's do some charges. I get to reroll charges because Knights of Chaos is up on the Knights. And we go 6. Do we want to go further than that? We might as well reroll it. Just reroll it. Get better? 7? No, I mean, that's better. This is technically correct, the best kind of correct, so we're going to go this way. I just want to make sure you pile away from the objective. And stay within 12 of the Lord. Do we send the Lord in just for overkill? Burial wouldn't shy away from... Ooh, these guys are terrifying, though. Burial wouldn't shy away from a fright. He's going to 11. He's going to stay next to the objective and just park himself here. But stay just a half-inch away while the other guys are touching. These guys are going to stay where they are. All right, so bottom of 3 combat phase. Do we have Burial go first or the Knights? The Knights are about to get attacked, so they might as well go first because I made sure the Knights were in contact so that the Trolls would attack them. So we'll have them fight first. So they have Lances times 7 because of the champion. Hitting on 4s goes to 3s. We did not buy reroll 1s because we don't have the CPs. El Terrible. And 3s to wound. 2 wounds at -2. No saves because you only got a 5 up save, but the Rock Guts do ignore wounds on a 5+. Do they shrug it? They shrug 1, so one's got 3 left. And we'll go furthest just to make it harder for me. Okay, well, they get to fight now. They will pile in towards the guys they're already in contact with, basically, and then fight them. These Ash ponies, come on, man, ponies. And all the ponies are mad. No wounds, didn't matter. All right, so Rockets get to fight, and oh my god, did they ever hit like a ton of bricks? I only have 6 attacks though, 2 each, yep. 6 dice on 3s and 3s -2, 3 damage. If 3 hits get through, these guys are just dead. Well, there's 4 hits, and then 3s to wound. 3 wounds. Oh, 3 6-up saves. None, so it's 9 damage. Just obliterates the unit. That's why we had them go first. Okay, well, we've caused 1 wound and lost our Knights. Maybe you can do it, Chaos Lord. Well, 5 attacks from the Hex Battle Axe first going in. Hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s, but no rend. So there's 4 hits, 3s to wound. 3 wounds. They have 5-up saves. So 2 wounds. So it's 4 damage. So 5 shrugs. So they take 2 wounds from that, and that's going to take a guy down to 1. And that means at the end of the combat phase, he has caused wounds, so he will get some health back. And the Demon Bound Blade has 3 attacks, 3s and 3s. There's 2 hits, 3s to wound. 2 wounds at -1, so 6-up armor. Nope, 2d3 wounds. Ooh, 5 wounds, so 5-up wound shrugs. That's going to be 1 save, so 4 more wounds. So he's toast, and he's down to 1 wound. Attacks from the cracks, tearing horns and claws on 4s. And then 3s to wound. -1 save, so 6-up. Nope, and that's 2 damage each, so 4 5-up shrugs. 3 more wounds, so he's dead. And this guy's got 2 wounds left. And then it's clubbing tail time. Battering tail, 2 attacks, 4s and 4s. This probably won't do it. No, nothing. D3 wounds, because the Hex Battle Axe did some damage, so 2 back. So we go to fully healed. Battle Shock phase, the Trolls don't care. Battle round 4. Let's see who's going first. Oh, I can't believe we lost the whole Knight unit going to the next game. Bad. Because this might look good for me right now, until you realize those Knights might just be dead. So let's see how we do. 1 to 3, the Troll gets to go first. 4+ it's me. It's me, okay. Got a CP. Oh, you know what? I forgot my 2+. I didn't do any mortal wounds on the charge anyway. I had that 2+ battering attack. I might have just killed him. And also, did I take damage from going across the water? No, I didn't. So my CP's back, and I'm not going to bother falling back. They're going to run again, and they're going to go 8. Just going to go surround this thing. Because all you have to do is stand around this and not die for 2 turns, and we get an artifact power. We can roll for an artifact. All right. Do they take some mortal wounds? They do not. Shooting phase, we have no guns. Combat phase, I choose to go first. Choose to reroll ones. All out attack. Kill him. So your Hex Battle Axe. Just get one of these through. Rerolling ones. Thank goodness for all out attack. And then 3s to wound. 1, 2 wounds, 5 up saves. Fails both, and then 4 shrugs. Does he do this? Does he stand? Does he show me the frog? Show me the grats! No, just dead. And that's it. End of 4th battle round. We have taken the treasure for ourselves. Now it is casualty time. All right, so my 5 Knights of Chaos, who got blenderized by those rock guts. Let's see how many are actually dead. And nobody. They all come back. Sweet. If it was on 2s, I'd be in so much trouble. All right, so they got exploded. But then we have to see what the actual like event is. The event table. We're gonna roll a die. And get a 2. Torrential Downpour. -1 bravery of the units of your army until the end of the next battle. In addition, till the end of the next battle, your army cannot run. Oh no, a giant storm comes down. Huge deal for the knights and stuff, but definitely a huge deal for the warriors. All right, so let's see what was in these sweet, sweet chests that we just murdered a bunch of trolls for. So we're a Ravager, of course we are. And that means we gotta roll a d6 to see which of these awesome artifacts we found. Did I open the red chest or the blue chest, do you think? Ugh, the blue chest. Always the blue chest. Always choose blue. 6! The Desecrator Gauntlets. Subtract 2 from cast rolls for enemy wizards within 3. In addition, add 1 to wound rolls for attacks that target a wizard or a priest. Good thing there's just trolls around, but I got some cool gloves. In the red chest, something better. 3, Helm of the Oppressor, -1 bravery. Both equally not useful because they're all immune to battle shock. Sweet, well, Burial the Blade and his men get to go and fight another day. So the next battle plan is going to be called, as we've unlocked the treasure of Strangleweed Swamp, the Clash at Blackrock Pass. So the mountainous path that leads the Troggoth King's lair is twisted and precarious. After a long and arduous journey, you reach a wide pass that reveals the entrance to the lair just beyond. From the forest on the other side, you race of the pass, race bands of Troggoths eager for blood. You must escape them and enter the lair. So there you go, concluding our first part of the quest to slay the Troggoth King with the treasure of Strangleweed Swamp. We're off to Blackrock Pass next week, well, not next week, the week after next, 2 weeks between episodes, to fight through some more Trogs. Maybe we'll have a Dankhold show up. Character Dankhold or something. They have to fight through it. Of course, Burial has to make his escape to try and find the lair of the Troggoth King. Zinch wills it. Something's in his head. Says he has to go do this. He found some cool gloves. He got his Nintendo Power Glove to try and not have any effect in this game whatsoever. But whatever, it's cool. Not everything has effects in games. I really like this episode. These missions feel more like mini games of Warhammer Age of Sigmar, and I think that from the point of view of like scratching that itch while we're all in social isolation and playing games of like small Warhammer, this is a really good one. What I'm going to do is, I think that what would be really useful is for this to fit more people's model collections. I'm going to do a list of suggested models that you could use for the opposing force, because I think you could very easily substitute Ogres, you could substitute Sylvaneth big guys, you could substitute Flesh Eater Corp big guys, whatever your kind of like bad guy, big guy model collection is. Even maybe, I don't know if Paladins could do it. I don't know if you could have like, I think it's more like Wild Things and Monsters would probably work. To just, you know, have a wider variety of like antagonists that you could use. Yeah, and it should still fit all the core rules of this. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put down some suggested just like alternative bad guy forces to try out. And yeah, hopefully at home those of you out here watching this might have some and give this a go. It's a lot of fun. So we'll see you in 2 weeks for the next episode. Till then, I'm Ash. Happy gaming. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you want to support the channel, of course, like and subscribe and hit the little bell below to get notifications when I post future content. I do post stuff 7 days a week. If you want to support the channel further, you can, of course, buy a t-shirt through Spreadshirts, buy a measuring gauge or objective markers from Death Ray Designs, or, of course, most importantly, there is Patreon. Patreon is what makes all this possible, keeps the lights on, pays for the studio costs, pays for the equipment, model costs, and everything else, and most importantly, puts food in my kids' bellies and a roof over their heads. Big thanks to everyone, past, future, who supported me. I do this stuff because of you guys, and of course, I will continue doing it as long as I can.